What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MashanddDrum Whiskey Room. I'm Jason C. How we doing, everybody? Tonight, we have a very, very cool show lined up. We're going to be tasting a lot of bourbon tonight, so I hope my liver is ready for tonight because we're going to be doing a blind flight with 10 different bourbons in it to find out if, this, what is my favorite everyday bourbon of 2020? Basically, everyone assumes it's always Wild Turkey. I assume it's Wild Turkey because Wild Turkey 101, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Russell's Reserve have always been kind of my go-tos as far as, affordable. Well, really, Wild Turkey 101 as far as like good, affordable bourbons as well as Rare Breed also available. But I got to tell you, this year, 2020, being in lockdown, being in quarantine, I really just, dove into a bunch of different bourbons, and I was sipping on a lot of different ones, new ones that I was kind of, going back to more and more, even over the Wild Turkey stuff. So I'm kind of taking a nod here from Mr. Fred Minnick. I actually did email him and ask him if it was okay if I could do my top everyday bourbon for 2020. I didn't want to step on his toes or anything like that. So I'm basically doing the lineup that he did a couple weeks ago, where he selected Old Forester 1920 as his top bourbon, top everyday bourbon, with Evan Williams Bottle and Bond coming in second and Rare Breed coming in third. I'm doing the same exact lineup, but I'm also adding one more bourbon to the mix, and we'll find out, what that is as we go along. So I got to say, hi to you guys. Holy shit. Crazy chat. Give a big shout out to Destination Bourbon, Primetime Michael Klein, who got everybody warmed up tonight. Did a pre-game stream, basically talking about memories and the bottles that we have that kind of hold those memories, and whether doing a blind tasting or just drinking something blind versus enjoying the bottle that you have. I thought it was actually a really great subject, and for me, blind is fun, but knowing the bottle you're drinking and sharing it amongst friends is even better. So that's my take on it. So let me say hi to a bunch of people in the chat here. Julie Like is here. What's up, Julie? Mike Meyer, Ryan Tarpey, David Webb, Daniel Kirby Kerber is here. What's up, man? Donald Rance, the Yoda, the Irish whiskey Yoda master. Stanley Wagner Jr. is here. What's up, Matt? Wags. Terrence Scott is here. Of course, my guy, My Bourbon Journey. What's up, Scotty? How you doing? Robert Licorice is in the house. What's up from Iron Root Republic? Going to be doing a special video on some of the stuff coming out of Iron Root very soon, so keep an eye out for that. We got Ed from Rock Gut Review is here. What is up? Legendary Advent Calendar videos. If anybody has not watched the Rock Gut Reviews Advent Calendar and just checked out his channel, you definitely need to do so. Hey, we got the Sweet Teas in the house. What's up, Texas? Texas finally got Booker's today, and another great one. There you go. Sorry, just catching up here. Christopher David's here, the MashanddDrum. What's up? Nice to see you, man. Jeff Perkins, Russ Woodman, Andrew Spurrell. Hey, I Hate Weed Whackers is in the house. Let's see. Richie Z, of course, is here. Mike Meyer. Got a bunch of new comments. We got DC, Trev Wilson, a couple of wrenches here, nice and live. Let's see. Keith Schmidt's here. What's up, buddy? Brian Brennicky, nice to see you, sir. Hope you and Tammy are doing great. He says he requires bourbon. That's right. Linux Cat is here, and Tammy Brennicky's here. There you go. Nice to see you guys. Joseph Brazzers, what's up, buddy? Aiden Craig, Wendy Miller, a bunch of people coming in. I feel like I missed a super chat somewhere. Where is it? First super chat of the night. Gary Franchi, he says, Mega Blind. Exactly. Mega Blind. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Then we got, let's see, 100% Pure Mustard's in the house. What's up? Dramhound is here. Joshua Baker. Let's see. That lineup is stacked in the wrong direction, Brian Casey. That lineup is stacked in the wrong direction. 1920 is a good choice. Let's see here. Edward Fulmer, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, as always. Just caught another super chat here, I think, from SG Flying High. Cheers. Nice to see you. Amy Boehm is here. How you doing, Amy? Let's get the party started. That's right. So I'm going to have to put all your wrenches to work for me. So tonight we're going to be doing another bottle giveaway. It is the season of giving. So any super chat tonight will get you in the running to win a very cool bottle that I picked up today that not a lot of people get to see around. It's the 1792 12-year-old bourbon. There it is. So one lucky winner tonight will be winning the age 12 years 1792 bourbon. This just hit Ohio today. Got up real early, was able to grab this bottle today. So, you know, it was pretty cool. So I figured I was lucky enough to be gifted a bottle of this from one of my patrons. So I got this bottle, so I'm going to be giving it to one of you out there tonight. Let's see. Will Henderson says, stay vertical, might need some water. Oh, I got a lot of water tonight. Always a pleasure. DL Fennel. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the super chat. Drink your lamp tonight. I wish I could drink. Well, I did drink that lamp. So when this is actually a bottle of William Ruella that I had. This was the 2016 one, I believe, 135.4 proof. When Scott from My Bourbon Journey was here, we killed that bottle together. I only had about that much left, and I figured, dude, let's kill this thing. I kind of wanted to save it, so turned it into a lamp. It came out great. Edward Fulmer says, count me in. ADHD Whiskey, the world's best whiskey tasters in the house, guys. What a friggin' guy. Why not, man? Ron Miles, 1792, ugly bottle, solid bourbon. Cheers from Detroit. Yes. So Ron Miles, we had a great time. So Ron Miles is he heads up the Detroit Whiskey Society with a really great group of people, and we got to do a virtual tasting, and we were we were going on and on. I forgot who it was in the group, but one of the guys in the group was just trashing the 1792 bottle design. I'm like, I'll never look at a bottle of 1792 the same again. That was hysterical, man. Thanks for coming in tonight. Robert Liggins is drinking some mezcal tonight. Anyone else on the non-whiskey train tonight? Trashman says, Old Tub, baby, for the win. Whiskey Tornado is here. Everyone check out Whiskey Tornado. Great channel. Hey, Karen Before is here. How you doing, Karen? Moving a little early going in on Friday. Awesome. Good to hear, Karen. She's in the middle of a long move. Finally, it looks like you're gonna be in really soon. Early Times Bottle and Bond, my new everyday, sipping on often inconsistent Henry McKenna 10-year tonight. I agree. It's a little bit inconsistent. Great content. Keep it up. Hey, guys, today we just hit 35,000 subs on the dot, literally about 15 minutes before the live stream started. So I can't say thank you enough for all the support. The channel's been growing really great the last couple months. As you guys see me putting out more and more content this week, and I got more coming. I have a Midwinter's Night Stram blind tasting. I have an Iron Root tasting that I'm going to be doing with some stuff upcoming from Robert Licorice, as I mentioned. A full lineup of Rabbit Hole. I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I want to get in before, you know, the holiday or just after the holiday. So keep an eye out for all that. I also, Cameron K says, congrats on 35K. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Moose, what's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? This is the first year I pulled the trigger on Angel's Envy Cask Strength 2020. So this is one of those bottles that I look at every year and I stare at it and I always pass it up. I heard really good things about the 2020 this year, so we're going to crack it open right now. Give it a try. Let's see here. Hey, Stanley Wags came on a super chat. Stay strong, Jason. Stay turkey strong. With 12 years, 1792 is my final 2020 unicorn. If I don't win, hopefully somebody can get me a line on one retail. Waiting for that Rabbit Hole review. I know, Terrence. It's on the way, buddy. 50K by next summer. I hope so. Aiden Craig says, had to buy a new whiskey shelf. Also, Bombergers 2020. Nice. Thinking about you and your family this Christmas season. I'm excited to find out your favorite everyday bourbon. Congrats on 35K. Thank you so much, Cletus. So let's crack this one open. We gotta get to drinking. Gotta get to drinking here. So none of you have seen this. Angel's Envy Cask Strength does come in a very pretty box, which I think is half the cost because this is a $200 bottle, which is why I always pass it up. It is pricey. Angel's Envy stuff usually is. I think overall Angel's Envy is very overpriced for what you get. So it comes with this beautiful little card, which tells you all about the whiskey, gives you some nice tasting notes, gives you, let's see, it gives you all the story of it. Our cask strength is almost completely unfiltered, or as close as you can get. I don't know what that means. Mr. Whiskey Shits, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you as always. Thanks for coming in. Max says, Jason, you're the best on YouTube. Thanks, man. But it's a big family. Everybody, the entire YouTube family this year, I think, got even closer with COVID and doing collaborative live streams, and it was just amazing. Speaking of collaborative live streams, a little bit of a tease for you guys. Mark you down your calendar because we're going to get the new year kicked off right. It's happening finally. Mash and Minnick. That's right, guys. Mash and Minnick is coming to the YouTubes. This was kind of the big announcement I wanted to talk to you guys about. So Mash and Minnick, we're going to be doing a back-to-back live stream night, Tuesday, January 5th, 2021 at 8 p.m. on Fred's channel, going from 8 to 9. And then the following night, Wednesday, January 6th, 2021 at 9 p.m. right here, as usual, on the Mash channel. So everybody mark your calendars. Can't talk about what we're going to be doing just quite yet. We're still kind of working that out, but it's going to be epic. We're going to be talking history. We're going to get real nerdy. We're going to be tasting some whiskey. We have a lot of cool ideas in the works, so get ready for that, and hope you guys can tune in. I'll flash this up on the screen again a little bit later, but I'm really looking forward to that. Talking to Fred, you know, these last couple weeks, he's a really cool guy. You know, he definitely knows his shit, so I'm gonna have to study up. Let's see here. We have Taylor Rousey. Congrats on 35K. Really liking the content you've been putting out. Hopefully your palate isn't torched by sample 10 tonight. I don't think so. Some of these are kind of on a lower proof scale. What I want to do is, as I taste through these, I'm going to jump into the tasting real quick because it's a lot of whiskey. So we won't have too much stuff to talk about. But I figured this would be a great time for me to kind of talk with you guys, get some Q&A in if you guys have any questions about anything, instead of me just running my mouth all night. Having kind of a laid-back, fun night, tasting through these and seeing actually what comes out on top. So, all right. So real quick, the stats on this. 120.4 proof. This is 2020's release. I don't think it says any bottle counts on here. But this is a Kentucky straight bourbon finished in port wine barrels. So, America. That's for you, ADHD whiskey. I love you, buddy. All right, here we go. Ooh. That was a big pour. All right. Well, I'll probably do a full review on this at some point. But I figured I'll taste this with you guys now for the first time. Hell yeah, Mash and Minnick. Yeah, it's happening. Yep, should be pretty cool. Fred and Drum the second night. Yeah, basically. Mash and Minnick and Fred and Drum. Appropriate. January 6th is a holiday in Puerto Rico. Oh, I love Puerto Rico. What holiday is in Puerto Rico? January 6th. Noise. Got it. That's awesome. Marking calendar for both dates. Daniel Kerr, are you in timeout already? Is Destination Bourbon in the chat putting you in timeout? Oh, look at this. I'm coming for you, DC. I had to make a new profile picture, so it took me a minute. I don't know who that is. You should wear an ascot. That could happen. Jerry Black, congrats on 35K. Always great content, even better lives. Keep drumming. Absolutely, man. I'm definitely going to keep drumming. Oh, Three Kings Day. Obviously, yeah, duh. Destination Bourbon, it wasn't me. All right, let's dive into this. Oh, it's very fruity on the nose. I will say that, you know, obviously from that port wine. This so regular Angel's Envy to me, and I got to take this cue from Sarah at It's Bourbon Night. You know, she says that it tastes like circus peanuts, you know, like the weird candy foam circus peanuts that you get for regular Angel's Envy, and I totally get that when you smell it. But I'm not really getting that in here, which is actually kind of nice. This is more baking spices and a lot of dark fruits. It's a little bit tight in the nose here. Let's see if we can open it up a little bit more here. Let's get in there. Some more cherry here a little bit. Yeah, so the Angel's Envy Rye is like, if anyone's ever had the Angel's Envy Rye that's finished in rum casks, I'm telling you, that shit is, it's like drinking toasted marshmallow and maple syrup. Like if you've ever had, like, I know it sounds gross, but like pancakes with like toasted marshmallows and maple syrup on top, which sounds delicious for all the fat kids and all of us because, you know, we love that sweet stuff, but it's just like too much, just way too much sweetness for me personally. You know, in a rye, I want some spice. All right, first round of the night, guys. Cheers. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Here we go. Oh, shit, that's good. Ooh. That's weird. I'm getting like this, like a vicious, like orange kick to it. Like chocolate covered orange peels. Wow. 120 proof. That drinks like 120. You feel every bit of that 120. I'll tell you that. Woo, man. Master Drum Stout Belly. Yeah, Stout Belly. The Stout Belly does love Angel's Envy Rye for sure. It's very cherry. It's very fruity up front, obviously, with that port wine finish. I love the proof on this because it really brings out the flavors. It's very syrupy. It's very sweet. I love the burn on this and the finish. It's not like a pure alcohol burn. This just like goes down real nice. It leaves a lingering like spice to it, like baking spices, like cinnamon red hots, kind of mixed with some baking spices in there. That's fucking delicious. I'm liking this. Kind of glad I got this one. Now, I know these do, I think they're a little bit different from year to year. I did hear really good things about the 2020, which is why I wanted to grab one, but I don't think it cracks my top 10 for 2020. At least off the first pour, but this is way better than I thought it would be. And I still don't think it's worth $200. But for my first one and for, you know, I guess pulling the trigger on this, I don't mind it. It's good. I'm curious to see how this opens up over a little bit of time. Very excited about that. Not too shabby. Brian Brennicky pours AE Rye in his pancakes. That's how I roll. Yes. Absolutely. Wildlife and Whiskey came in. Congrats, much deserved. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Cheers, buddy. Yes. Yeah, my mom's coming to visit next week, so I'm really excited about that. And a couple of other close friends. They're driving here. They're not going to fly, so to kind of keep everything safe, which, you know, I like better than, you know, flying right now with all the COVID shit going on. But yeah, I'm very happy to have. It's going to be a different Christmas this year. You know, you guys that know me well know, I talked about my grandma a lot, and, you know, she passed away this year. So it's going to be a little different this year without my Nona. And, you know, so I don't think my mom really wants to be home too much. She'd rather kind of be here and, you know, try to make it a really nice and fun Christmas, you know, the best we can. So I'm looking forward to it, though. Let's see here. Yeah, color on that Angel's Envy is dark. Check this color out here, guys. Get it nice and close. It is a very dark color. It definitely coats the glass really well. It's a nice bourbon. This is probably my favorite Angel's Envy expression I've had. I love the proof. I love the fruit punch. I love the brown sugar, like the brown sugar finish that it's got. I'm gonna enjoy that one. That's I am not hating that. I'm still a little bit mad that it's 200 and change with tax, but I'm not mad at that. I'll enjoy that. And I'm definitely going to share this one. So another cool thing about this box is that it's magnetized. So you just kind of, and it just kind of hangs on there. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's put that down there. I'm going to keep that to the side. Let's see here. Boo Angel's Envy. I mean, that's how I feel for the most part, is boo Angel's Envy. I got to try their Tawny Port release this year that they did in the beginning of the year. That it was good. It was definitely a step up than the regular one, but not worth $250. I got a sample of the Mizunura cask one that they did, the special release with the decanter bottle. They wanted like $350, $400 for that. Good bourbon, not nearly worth that much. Probably one of the worst values of 2020. Let's go. Let's see here. Let's catch up on the chat, guys. Sorry, kind of falling behind. Got a lot of people. Got almost 400 in the chat. Thanks for coming in again. Let's see here. Rock Up Review says butts. Let's see. Dan R, I found a bottle of the JD SB Special Release Rye, and I'm pretty sure I don't deserve it. Dude, everybody deserves to try that rye. So me and ADHD Whiskey, like way back when, we were talking about how bad we wanted that, and then it finally happened. It finally came out. And, ADHD, I hope you're working on getting a bottle. You have one already. Doesn't get some great on point notes. Always know what you're going to get into. I try. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. That bottle looks more than $750. Yeah, on camera it does, right? Well, the camera weight, adds, 10 pounds. Russ Woodman with a $17.92 super chat. Is always on my shelf. I'd love to see how 12-year would compare sitting next to it. Happy holidays to you and yours. Absolutely, Russ. Yes, everyone smash the like button. Thank you so much, Destination Bourbon. Trev Wilson, 120, hit that like button. Let's go. Thank you so much. Yeah, the camera adds 10 CLs. Exactly, Jason Coates. All right. So real quick before we dive into the blind tasting here, there is one news story, a couple of news stories I wanted to just talk about briefly that's coming out. And one of them is this. I'm sure you guys saw this, and if you didn't, Barton, speaking of 1792, has a new release of bourbons coming out, and it's these three right here from Thomas S. Moore. So this week, Barton 1792 revealed these ultra premium brands for his portfolio. So Thomas S. Moore, he founded the distillery in 1889, which is now known as Barton 1792, which was successful until Prohibition. The distillery was forced to close in 1920. The Thomas S. Moore bourbon brand uses Barton's signature high rye bourbon mash bill. As for this cask finish series, each of the bourbons are aged for an undisclosed amount of years in new charred oak barrels. Then the bourbons are finished in the secondary cask for 1 to 3 years. So that's a long time in a secondary cask. So there's a port cask finish, a Chardonnay cask finish, and a Cabernet Sauvignon cask finished bourbon in the lineup. Limited availability begins this month, December 2020, with additional finishes to be released each fall. So there's going to be an ongoing thing coming out of Barton. Each of these bottles has an MSRP of $70. So tell me what you guys in the chat think about those releases. Yay, nay, not so sure. Finishes are always kind of funny. So for me, I do have a little bit of excitement to try that because 1792 has that nice high rye spice to it, when you combine that spiciness with a nice sweet finish, you could have a good balance. But the fact that those were resting in finishing casks between 1 to 3 years, I'm hoping the finish didn't overdo it. Because, you know, port, I know port can take really fast, as well as Cabernet Sauvignon. Chardonnay, I think, will normally take a little bit longer to get those flavors. But port and Cabernet Sauvignon take pretty quick to you know, impart flavor into a bourbon. So 1 to 3 years. I'm hoping the 1 is on the side for the port and the Cabernet, and the 3 years for the Chardonnay. But we'll see. Let's see. Excited if at retail. Need to try before I buy. Let's see. I'd give one a try, says Brian Casey. Destination bourbon, meh. That's kind of how I was in the beginning, but then I was thinking about the spiciness of a 1792. I just hope the finish didn't kill the spice, and it's just kind of this, you know, bland, sweet, you know, bourbon, which I know a lot of people like. But you guys know me. I like the spice. I like the spicy meatballs. All right, so let's see. Next up, excited for this, and it's a Canadian whiskey, guys. Alberta Premium. Now, Alberta Premium Cask Strength Rye will debut in the U.S. Now, it was released originally early this year in Canada. It's going to make its U.S. debut this month. They're made with 100% Canadian prairie rye mashed in Rocky Mountain water. This release is no exception. As in common with the Cask Strength series, the proof will vary from batch to batch, ranging from 63.9 to 66% ABV. Available in limited quantities across the U.S. MSRP is $70. So that's something to look out for if you like. So this obviously this bourbon won a shitload of awards. So it's I'm sorry, not bourbon. This rye whiskey won a shitload of awards and supposed to be pretty legit. So I'm excited to try that, get my hands on one, hopefully. And lastly, real quick, Widow Jane is back with the Vault series, the 2020 release. This is the second release in the Vault series, which debuted last year. This year's release uses a blend of bourbons from Tennessee and Indiana that aged for 15 to 17 years. The barrels were selected from the rick houses in Red Hook, Brooklyn, by Widow Jane president, distiller, and blender Lisa Wicker. The 2020 batch was finished in casks made from 5-year air season Appalachian oak. Like all the whiskey releases, the whiskey is brought to proof using pure limestone mineral water from the Rosendale mines of New York, located about 100 miles north of the distillery. Non-chill filtered, bottled at 49.5%, so just under 100 proof. Just over 5,000 bottles were produced to have an MSRP of 200 bones each. So that is the news for the night. A couple of interesting releases coming out. Master and Drum, you like spicy balls? This sounds like a Shelf Turds video. Spicy meatballs, spicy meat the balls. Haven't heard good things about Widow Jane. I've heard such mixed reviews about Widow Jane. I just never, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to just bite the bullet, buy a bottle, and I don't know, see how it is. Do a review on it. I've heard that they're like over oaked and they're a little bit too much Dickel in there, and that sounds dirty, but I'm just saying. But I don't know. I can't really judge anything that I haven't tried yet, so you never know. So all right, so this is what we're gonna do. We have our 10 bourbon lineup, and this is the lineup, guys, tonight. So again, Fred Minnick did this a couple weeks ago for his best everyday bourbon. His results were really interesting, which is why I wanted to do my own. Let me grab my notebook here. So let me pull this up. So I have this graphic that I made for you guys. So this is what's going to be in the lineup tonight. Now, I did pretty much the same lineup that Fred did. Excuse me. The only thing that I added was Cooper's Craft 100 Barrel Reserve, because I've been sipping on that a lot lately. And if you guys follow my videos, you know, to me, that's a very underrated bourbon that's available. It's like $30. It's Brown Forman, and I think it's great. So I threw that in the mix just to see how it would do. So let's I'll keep that up so you guys can kind of keep track. Now, so let's see. So so the top 5 for Fred Minnick when he did it was Early Times Bottled and Bond, came in 5th. 4th was OGD 114. 3rd was Rare Breed. 2nd was Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, still eked its way almost to number 1 again for him. You know, I think he just must love, you know, that the Heaven Hill profile, or just what, you know, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond brings to the table. And then his first place was the Old Forester, the Old Forester 1920, which wasn't surprising. I think a lot of people in the chat that night, we were all like, oh, it's going to be 1920, a rare breed, 1920, a rare breed. A couple of people were like, oh, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, watch, he's going to pick it again. So we'll see how it goes for me tonight. Good night, Julielle. Thanks for coming in, Julie. Appreciate it. Bad Weather Free says, I can't find any Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. So I heard a rumor that it was going to be going on allocation. I don't know how true that is or what, but that's what I had heard. Holy shit, there's a lot of bourbon here. All right. So these are all mixed up. I poured these a while ago. I have stickers on the bottom that have a letter. And then this envelope right here will tell me exactly what the letter is once I rank them and find out what my number 1 is. So we'll keep that here. Let me get my water. So Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. I'm sorry, not Evan Williams. Early Times Bottled and Bond. Now, Fred mentioned this in his stream, and I'll mention it too. Where is it? Here it is. So this bottle, for those of you that don't know, has been was bought by Sazerac. So for those of you that don't know, Sazerac is also the big conglomerate that owns Buffalo Trace and Barton Distillery and many other brands. So basically everyone freaked out because, you know, that's where they feel like bourbon brands go to die, is through Sazerac. Once Sazerac buys a brand, you never see it again. So that's what everyone is kind of scared with the Early Times. But I still figured I have a bunch of backups of this and a bunch of different bottles of it. So I figured why not put it in the mix, see how it does. I feel like the Early Times and the Cooper's Craft are usually the dark horses in this, with the favorites for me personally being anything the Wild Turkey. So we'll see how it shakes out. Brett Marquette says, thanks for the ER17 review. I almost dropped 800 on one today. I bought an Old Forester Barrel Proof instead for $79. Good choice. As much as I love the ER17, I think it's a great bourbon. I think it's, like I said in the review, it's nuanced. It's got some depth of flavor to it. It's got a lot of cherry note, a lot of cherry. Like you talk about like the stag notes coming out with some cherry, and like, have you ever had an Eagle Rare store pick that's very like on the grape side? It's very cherry and grape, but like rich and dark, a little bit of chocolate there too. It's opening up rather nicely, but it's very, you know, and maybe they don't craft it to be a punch in your face bourbon, but for that amount of money, you know, if you're getting it at retail every year, it's great. It's a great $100, $150 bourbon. But if people are charging $800, $1,500, $2,000 for that bottle, just based on rarity and because of what it is and the age of it, it doesn't fly with me. It's bullshit, because it doesn't have the, I mean, what bourbon does, you know, is worth what bourbon is worth that amount of money. It's not. I mean, you talk about the Pappies not being worth it. I would throw the Eagle Rare 17 right in there for bourbons out of Buffalo Trace that are just not worth that type of price point. They're just not. They're great. You're paying for rarity, not for the juice inside. You know, it becomes like it's the whole like dick measuring thing. I got this bottle. I could pay for it. I bought this. Look what I got on my shelf. Well, you know, screw you. You're never going to drink it. You're never going to share with anyone. You just want to say you fucking have it. So, you know, I'm done with that. Scott Tyson, I just got the Alberta Premium in Columbus today. Can't wait to try it. Oh, really? Oh, shit. I didn't know it was in Columbus. I got to go look. ADHD, using a spittoon tonight, or are we in for a treat? No, I'm keeping it all down, buddy. No spittoon. I'm not spitting anything out. It's all going to the liver. Jason, you need some lime with your Corona. Cough, cough. No. Tell us how you really feel about it, Jason. That's what I do. I kind of keep it real, man. All right. Let's go to this one here. Now I have to try to, keep these in some sort of check here. Ooh. Okay, well that one's kind of nice. But it's also very, I wouldn't say it's the most I wouldn't say it's the most like exciting nose in the world. This one just smells like straight up peanuts. Caramel. Like a very, very, very slight fruit, but not much. I'm coming for you, DC. Watch your back. Peanut butter. Yeah. Peanut shells. It's very peanut. Now, if this wasn't either the Old Tub or even the Knob Creek 9-year, I'd be very surprised. Let's go for a sip. Oh, yeah, that is peanutty. It's not good proof point. Nice little finish there. Not a whole lot going on, but pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty peanut butter in a glass. Yeah, but it's more of a peanut shell rather than a creamy peanut butter that I'm getting. Definitely a higher proof. I could feel it a little bit. Maybe it is kind of near. I would say this is at that 100 proof point, I think. Keith Schmidt, has anyone reported the shady liquor store owners who are marking up BTAC bottles like Buffalo Trace asked in a press release? Yeah, is anyone calling their what did Buffalo Trace say they wanted you to contact like your mayor or your local state representative for the shady acts that liquor stores are doing? Come on. I don't think so. Jeff Perkins says, "Oh, tub." 101. Old Tub tastes like peanut shells that have been swept off the floor of a Texas roadhouse and distilled through a dirty tube sock. Damn, Dan R. Dan R. does not like Old Tub, apparently. Well, this is a much nicer nose here. A little bit more caramel. Definitely some nice spice. This has a little bit more of a cherry type aspect to it. Some more fruit flavors. I like Old Tub at the price. That's the thing. I mean, Old Tub at the price. Listen, it's a $20 bourbon. I mean, if you're thinking Old Tub was made to be, this really, nuanced and like a, just like a really intense and really like super flavorful bourbon with all these amazing flavors coming out of it. That's not what it was made for. It was made to be an affordable sipper, but again, it's non-chill filtered. It's 100 proof. It's bottle and bond. It's good for what it is, but you have to like that peanutty profile. If you don't, you're gonna hate it. And the people that hate it, fucking hate it. I'm liking this nose. Let's go for a sip and see what we get. Definitely like it. Definitely like it better than this one. Oh, went down the wrong pipe. Definitely like it better than this one, but still, I don't know. It's lacking something here on the flavor here. Oh, second sip was better. A little bit more of a citrus note to it. Not getting so much cherry on the palate. A little bit of nuttiness, peppery, sweet. If I'm going through these, I definitely think I like this one over the first one here. So just trying to keep track of my rankings here. Let me see. Let's try to keep track of these guys. We have 10 of them we got to taste here. Now, while I'm tasting these, if you guys have any questions you want to throw in, please do. Also, again, if you're just joining us, we're going to be doing some, any super chat will get you in the running tonight to win a 1792 12-year bourbon tonight. Probably one of the more harder to find bottles from 1792 from the Barton distillery. They don't really come around very often. So, yeah, if any of you guys are interested, any amount of super chat will get you in the running. The moderators are, standing by, as they say. Fred Minnick in the house. What's up, Fred? Said, woohoo, I made it. Fred, thanks for checking in tonight. As you can see, Fred, we have basically your lineup here, but I added Cooper's Craft 100 Barrel Reserve, which I think is a highly underrated bourbon. Let's see. What's the proof on 1792 12-year? It's 96.6. Tony, the Master Drum, are any of the bourbons that are in front of you store picks, or these off the shelvers? These are all off the shelvers. None of them are store picks. The Minnick Mash, it was a whiskey smash, terrible attempt at song remake. So since Fred is in the chat, so Fred, I made this for our live stream coming up. You want to check that out? I'm very excited for this. So again, Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, 8 p.m. on Fred's channel, and the following night on my channel, Wednesday, January 6th. Give you guys a chance to I'll give you guys a chance to write that down. Go ahead. All right, there we go. Let me get back to the chat. 1792 sweet wheat, worth it at $43. Sweet wheat, if you like wheaters, sweet wheat is good. It's pretty solid for what it is. All right, so the third one here is a little bit on the mustier side. Got some really strong vanilla notes here. Little cherry. This is like vanilla cake in a glass. This one might have the best nose so far out of all the three. I don't know. I did like two. And like I said, one was kind of the peanut bomb, which I'm guessing could be either the Old Tub or maybe the maybe it could be the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. Sometimes that could come off kind of peanutty. ADHD whiskey, Fred Mig just want to say the vintage whiskey library at BBC is amazing. Yeah, it is. If from ADHD whiskey just being there recently and winning World's Top Whiskey Taster, he got to see it firsthand. It's an amazing, amazing library that Fred Minnick helped curate. It's pretty cool. Eric Bogart says, look forward to seeing the winner tonight. Thanks for the great content. Cheers. Absolutely, Eric. Thanks for dropping in. Stephen Sussman says Stephen Duncan says happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for jumping in, Stephen. All right, let's go for a sip of this one, see what we got. Let me throw up the list here again for you guys. This one's nice. This is very vanilla forward. It's got some good flavor to it. Nice little spice on the back end. Not overly done. Let me compare because now I got to see which one I like better between the first two here. I know. I think I like number 2 a little bit more, maybe. All right. We'll have to go back. All right, let's go to number 4 here. Go back to the chat, guys. Any guess on what's going to win tonight, or is that cheating? If I was betting on myself, I would bet a turkey product, either the 101 or the rare breed would come out on top. But I'm doing this because, as I mentioned earlier, the during this whole time of COVID, I branched off to a lot of different stuff that I was drinking from day to day, and stuff that I was really enjoying. And I found myself reaching for Wild Turkey a little bit less. I was still reaching for the rare breed and 101, definitely when I wanted turkey. But yeah, I mean, all these ones that are listed here, I was really kind of digging in on all of those. Craig Gassenmeyer with a $4 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Favorite is rare breed. I would think Jason likes some nutty proof. Very true, Mike. Mike M. Hey, what's up, Mike M? I see you in the chat. This one's good. There's not a lot going on, though, as far as palate. It's kind of leaving very quickly. It's leaving a little bit of a mustiness to it on the back end. Again, it's just a kind of a solid sipper, cherry, vanilla, a little bit of apple in that one, too. There's not a ton going on. I think 2 and 3 are still, between the first 4 are kind of the leaders here. Yeah, 4s are just not really doing enough for me here. It's got some good spice to it. I don't know. There's a kind of a funky aftertaste. And again, some of these bottles I've had open for a little while, so I don't know how the air is affecting it. These aren't all fresh bottles. A few of them are. So it'll be interesting to see if they do better than others. Kyle Raymond says, seems like rare breed and 1920 are significantly higher end than the others. I mean, that's generally the consensus. A lot of people like to, again, in Fred Minnick's tasting, those were the favorites. Everyone was saying rare breed and 1920 was going to win. 1920 eventually ended up taking the day. Rare breed was third, and sandwiched in there was the Edmund Williams Bottle and Bond. All right, let's go to number 5. So again, not too strong of a nose here. I got to really stick my Chinazol in there here. Good flavor. Again, these are basic bourbon notes coming through here. There's a slight nuttiness character. A lot of orange, picking up a ton of orange spice in here, which may make me think something, I don't know. What would make me think orange on that list? Probably the Old Grandad 114, but this doesn't smell like Old Grandad 114. Let's go for a sip. Here we go. Oh, okay. That brought some spice. That was way better on the palate than the nose. That one is definitely up there, I think. That's nice. That's a nice bourbon. It's got good spice, good sweetness. Ryan Blackwell, congrats on 35K. Just finished my blind with 7 of these bottles and picked rare breed. Gotta love the dirty bird. Yes, you do. Let me take another sip, then we'll pause. We'll take some questions from you guys. He's still got a folks coming down the spice stretch on the final lap. Exactly, Fred. Oh yeah, that one is definitely way more interesting on the palate. I'm loving the spice on that one. I'm loving the citrus aspect to it. This is like a creamsicle, like dusted with a little bit of like black pepper. That's what it tastes like, and it's delicious. Will Zirk, evening everyone. You have two of my top faves in there tonight. 1920 Rare Breed. Cheers. Absolutely, Will. Joseph Brazzers. So, what makes a daily drinker? Reasonably priced or something you could actually drink every day? That's a good question. Fred, can the sweet take out the spice? Normally, the spice and the good finish is what I like over the sweet. That's me personally. I like a good balance, but I don't like things that are overly sweet. Schmed Schminnick says this Fred Minute guy is training as a taster. Please play your following video for him to show what happens when you don't split. I am going to play that right now. Hold on one second. Big fan of the channel. My bourbon collection has drastically improved because of it. Thank you. Absolutely, Steven. Got 500 in the chat, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. So, yeah, I'll show this to you guys. I don't think I've played this in a while. So after I did, so this was last year, I did a blind tasting for a video of all three Eliza Craig barrel proof bottles. The A, the B, and the C all in one video. I was feeling pretty good after it. And let's just say when I got up from this desk to get up, I made a little bit of a misstep. And then and this happened. I fell. Oh, I fell so hard on my ass. Actually, my elbow. I landed square on my elbow. That shit killed me. Oh my God. Yep. Never gets old. So basically what happened was at the time I had a microphone that had a battery pack. And when I stepped, my foot was on the battery pack and completely slid out from under me. And I went right down like a ton of bricks. Yeah, it hurt. You can see the whiskey moving, so you know it was real. Oh, it was real. All of it was real. It was very, very real. It haunted my dreams. So I figured I'd I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I got that on video. I'm like, I'm sharing that. So all right, let's go to number 6 here, guys. The nose on this one's a little bit peanutty, coming across a little bit nutty too here. A little vanilla. Ooh. I like that one. That one's very vanilla. A little bit of cherry on the back end, apple peel, some cinnamon. Shit. Getting some orange spice, orange zest in there. Fresh orange zest. Poor little old Chattanooga. No bottles were harmed in the making of that of that fall. Just so you guys know. Yeah, this is really good. Number 6 and number 5 are actually pretty close. So not really sure what's what here, but like flavor profile, at least right now I'm getting they're pretty. Maybe it's because I'm following one another, but they're kind of falling in line with a lot of citrus, a lot of spice. That has an amazing finish to it as well. It's very rich. That might be my leader in the clubhouse right there. Number 6 is delicious. Still going the finish on that one. Okay, so what's interesting is that, I don't know if you could see here, but the next three that are back here are actually notably darker than the rest of the glasses. So not sure if that's going to really clue me in on anything here, but very noticeably darker. If I'm looking back here and I'm trying to compare, I mean, yeah. GG. It's like that prank in high school. What do you do where you put a pencil behind someone's belt loop on a chair? They say dance like no one's watching. Jason falls like he's on stage. Yeah, that's right, Dustin. If you're going to fall, you do it right. Oh, so this one is probably the oakiest I've gotten so far. This one has some really nice, oak presence, good spice. Picking up some barrel char in here. Ooh. Good proof point, I think. Definitely some cherry. A little bit of maple syrup aspect here too, guys. Man, this one might have the best nose so far out of them. Let's go for a sip. Here we go. Fred Minnick, are those poker chips by the Red Solo Cup? Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate that, Fred. No, these are actually these are coins from all the various channels throughout YouTube. These are the challenge coins that we make. So I have one from a bunch of different channels here. This is from Aquavite, from Roy. I have a couple of my own here, Mash and Drum coins. This is the Bourbon Junkies, their first coin. Let's see, what else do I have here? This is from I Whiskey She Wines. I also have, let's see, Scotch for Dummies. It's Bourbon Night. I have their coin here. Scotch Test Dummies, Barton Scott. So I have a bunch here that I use all the time. So basically I kind of cover the glass up before I do a tasting. This is my newer coin here with Neil Peart on the back. Neil Peart, kind of my tribute to Neil Peart because he was my favorite drummer of all time. So, yep. They're basically poker chips, but, you know, they're all customized. So, just picked up a bottle of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. Cheers, Jason C. Jeffrey Noller. Awesome, man. Thanks so much. Old Forester 1916 is on point. 60% 1920 and 40% 1910. Should try it. Actually, Duran, man, thank you, man. That's the exact proportions that I like. I mean, I call it a 1915, but yeah, 1916 might be a little bit more appropriate. So this has some really interesting barrel notes on this one. Good flavor. I wouldn't say this is a higher proof, but it's got a decent proof point to it. Again, proof is going to vary here as we get through all these glasses because, you know, as my palate's getting used to this, it's just not gonna. I'm not gonna feel as much proof as you would think. I did feel it on this one, whenever this one was. That one I definitely felt the proof. Right. Oh, what a break. Gabriel Rivera, you should blind these in those black Glencairn glasses so you can't see the difference in the color of the whiskey. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to get some black ones. I want to get like my own like matte black. I know they have the colored ones already. They have like blue and a couple of other colors. I'll definitely be getting into those. Dan R says, rest in peace, Neil Peart, untouchable behind the drums. I agree. Ooh, okay. So the nose on this one is actually this is like sniffing a dulce de leche cake. Where's my Puerto Rico at? Dulce de leche in here. It's very like it's very like it's like dark caramel with some like a lot of vanilla in there. A little like brown sugar, like creme brulee topping. This one's really sweet on the nose. It's really good. Let's go for a sip of this one. Ooh. Yes. That's good. That's really good. Cherry. I'm trying to maybe think what that is. It's interesting. It's that could be from the nose. That could be the 1920. Could be. Just guessing. Yeah, this has some proof to it and some heft. This lingers on the palate. It stays spicy. These two right here, guys. 6 and was that 6 and 8 so far? Whoo, hitters for everyday sippers. I like an Old Farcer December 1919. I sniff a 1910 cork and then drink my 1920. There you go, Wags. 1920 or Cooper's. Dustin, I would probably lean to that one. I think this one might be the Cooper's, and I think this might be the 1920, just based on what I'm tasting. The 1920, I'm thinking that's what this is. It's really good. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I guess we'll see. I'm actually going to write this down here, 1920, as a guess. I guess the number, the first one I had here might be the Old Tub. And maybe this one is the, this one could be the early times, or it could be the Coopers. All right, let's go. Well, let me take a little quick water break here. Forrest is in the house. He said, enjoying some Old Tub Ball and Bond watching. The nose has a definite cinnamon and allspice to me. I could see some cinnamon on that. Sugar Kitty. Oh, I thought she was 1920 wherever at high prices. Casey store pick is right there. Water break. So again, my review today for the Eagle Rare 17. I got a lot of questions on it. Again. And Fred, I don't know if you want to weigh in the chat. I enjoy the Eagle Rare 17. I think it's a very good bourbon. There's a lot of cherry, a lot of grape, at least the 2020 version in my eyes, or from my taste buds. It's definitely nuanced. It has some nice oak flavor, but not the oak that you would think from a bourbon that old. And I think, like I said in the review, I think that's just kind of a testament to how Buffalo Trace ages their whiskeys. When I think of a nice, like deep and interesting long finish in a bourbon, I rarely think of Buffalo Trace. William Lou Weller, George T. Stagg, maybe aside, because those usually have such good high proofs and have something that lingers on and on. I could see in that aspect. But yeah, Eagle Rare, just 17. It was good. It didn't last long enough. Like the flavors were there, but they went away too fast. And that was really my biggest gripe with it. Some people were messaging me like, I have a Eagle Rare 17. I think it's one of the best bourbons I've ever had. And I get that. It is really good, but that's just not my flavor profile. As sweet and as easy as it was on the front end and in the mid palate, there was no lasting signature on that bourbon that made me say, wow. I've had other bourbons this year that have just been way more impressive than that one to me. But that's one man's opinion. Is Eagle Rare 17 worth the price? It's worth retail. I would pay up to $200 to maybe $250 for one, just because of the rarity of it. And it is a very good bourbon. But the guys that are charging $1,500 to $2,000 can go fuck themselves, because I don't think it's anywhere near worth that much. Again, those guys are charging based on rarity, based on age. And what's amazing is it seems each proof point a bottle goes up over time. Like George T. Stagg last year was actually the cheapest I've seen it on secondary because it was only 116 proof. But this year it went back up to 130 proof and the prices shot up again. Obviously, we're seeing an increase in secondary across the board and prices at liquor stores. But as long as people pay them, you know, it's never going to change. Eagle Rare 17 falls flat. Bravo for your take. Yeah, I agree, Fred. It does. It just falls flat. Can you blind Eagle Rare 17 to 10? Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a blind. I have a really cool blind tasting I have that I'm going to set up, including the Eagle Rare 17. So I'll give that as a little teaser. All right, let's go for another, for this one here. We're at number 9, guys. Let's see where we get here. Wow, number 9 might be the fruitiest that I've smelled on the nose here. Dan R, cheers to the master of telling you like it is and making me a smarter whiskey drinker. That's what it's about, man. I try to just be honest, and obviously everybody's palates are different, but now whether I get different nuances out of a certain bourbon or different flavors than the next person, you know, I still think, you know, for those of you guys that watch me, watch Fred, watch Destination Bourbon, watch the Bourbon Junkies, watch my Bourbon Journey, Whiskey Tornado, Rocket Review, all of us that make, you know, videos and content, it's always about aligning your palate with who you think aligns with yours. Everyone's going to have their opinions. Everyone's going to have different tastes and profiles, but it really boils down to, you know, the reviewer that you think you jive with. Like for me, a lot of people that love Buffalo Trace don't agree with me a lot because, you know, I give, it's not everything Buffalo Trace. Listen, I think Buffalo Trace has the most amazing marketing and business model of all time. They're amazing. Just that their whiskey just doesn't do enough for me to warrant, you know, the craze for it. I understand that it's smooth whiskey, and I get that. But for me, I rather have something more balanced, sweet, spice, a long finish, something that's rich on the palate and holds on, and I can, you know, that really wows me. There's not a lot of Buffalo Trace products that do that for me. So smooth is a terrible descriptor for whiskey. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of the go-to, though. That's what you hear mostly. Go for a sip of this one, guys. Let's see what we get. Man, these three are up there. All these three darker ones. That one's really good, too. This one has some oak presence, definite cherry. There's I'm getting like a pear note in that one too, which is interesting. Like a poached pear with just like cinnamon and allspice and all those really great. That's like a really good, like a holiday whiskey almost. It's got a lot of good holiday flavors. Jason Coates, BT products make nice background sippers, but it's hard to do with that bottles. But it's hard to do that with bottles you have to fight for. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I would agree. Old Forester 1920 is kind of a different weight class. And I think that's what makes it such a special bottle, you know, that's available. Always weird when I hear people hitch their wagons to products. BT Fin, just like what you like, they can do wrong just like any other. I agree. I did my video for like 5 things I wish I knew before I got into whiskey, and one of them, because I fell into the same trap, just like a lot of you guys. Just got your Turkey Strong Stomping the Tater t-shirt last week. Tons of comments when I wear it. Hell yeah, Ron, love it. It's like you know, when you first start, you always hear that, you know, Blanton's and Buffalo Trace is like the whiskey to get. And I was that guy too. I admit it. I was that guy. I wanted Elmer T. Lee. I wanted Weller. I wanted everything Buffalo Trace. You know, then as you go along in your journey, and there's nothing wrong with that, but as you go along in your journey, you realize all the amazing whiskeys that are being crafted that are available on the shelf. Last one, guys. Kevin Leno says 1920 was a rare breed. That's what this video is. It might be. We'll see. Oh, this one smells like bubble gum. This has a bubble gum aspect to it here. Peanut, bubble gum, some oak there too. Wow, this is the first one I got like a bubblegum note in it. That's kind of nice. Full rookie taters, how we all start. Exactly, Moose. We're all rookie taters at some point. We want what we want. And it's easy now to look back on it or look at other guys that are in that mode that are, you know, that are starting their tater journey, wanting all the Buffalo Trace stuff and chasing down Rockhill Farms and Elmer Chile and Weller. And I get it. I was there. I was that guy. I'm not going to shy away from that moniker because that was me too. But I will say, as you taste stuff and your palate develops, Buffalo Trace becomes what, you know, inherently I really think it is. It's like the best like beginner bourbons on the market. They're super sweet. There's not a long finish to it. There's really no burn on most of their stuff. And I think it kind of jumpstarts you into other more, you know, impressive bourbons with a lot of, you know, a lot more of a finish and that are a lot more interesting. I mean, some of the BTACs, though, the George T. Stagg and William Weller, I would do very terrible things to get more bottles of that because I think those are absolutely fantastic. Oh, man. So this is like bubblegum, peanut, citrus. Could that be Knob Creek, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Cheers. Let's taste it. Ooh. Little bit of a bitterness on the back end, but good flavor, good proof point. I would guess that's like 100 proofer, maybe. Oh my God. 10 bourbons here. I'm still feeling okay, guys. I'm letting you know. So ranking these, that's going to be the issue. So let me go through here what I have. So these three, 7, 8, and 9, are definitely in the mix. Let me try 10 one more time. Wow, the more I sip 10, the more I like it. This is tough. I don't know how you friggin' did this, Fred. This is crazy. Hey, what's up, Emily Chambers? Nice to see you. Ten is way more interesting. It keeps getting better each time I sip it. 10 is really good, man. Okay. I hate weed whackers. Merry Christmas, Jason. Thanks for all you do. Quietly rooting for Cooper's Craft. Thank you so much. I hate weed whackers. I appreciate that, man. Can you make a list of your favorite bourbons in different price ranges, those that are available? If you watch my top values in bourbon video, those are pretty much available bourbons that I chose personally that I think are great values that are available on the shelf. I don't know if I have a specific order, but if you watch that video, the best values in bourbon, you'll get a good indication of what my favorites are that are available. So check that video out. Okay. So I'm going to take some water here, take a quick sip of each of these, try to get like a quick impression and see how I feel about them. Right now, 1 might be my least favorite here. just based on my memory here. Number 4, I know I didn't like. I have a little X there that wasn't crazy about that one. So let's see. Let's go to number 1 again. Okay. Going back to number 1, not bad. Kevin Leno says, great time as always. Everyone needs to hit that like button. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate you tuning in every week, man. All right. Number 2. All right. So I definitely like 2 over 1 easily. So that's easy. All right. So 2 over 1. Yang Lee comes in with a $24.99 super chat. Holy shit. Thank you for all your great content, honest reviews. Happy holiday. Thank you so much, Yang. I really appreciate that, man. 573 in the chat. This is awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. What I will say before I choose any of these guys, if you watched Fred's version of this, that he did the tasting, the best thing about all these bourbons, there's something for everyone. Not everyone's going to love all of these. Just because I pick a certain one doesn't mean it's the best ever. But I think all of these, to be in the mix and to be available bourbons, I mean, most of these are available. Cooper's Craft, I know, can be kind of hit and miss depending on location. And we don't really know what's going to happen with Early Times Bottled and Bond. But if you look at the rest of the list, Knob Creek 9, available everywhere. Rare Breed, available pretty much everywhere. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, pretty much everywhere. Old Forester 1920, I see everywhere. Early Times Bottled and Bond, like I said, we'll see. Old Granddad 114, hitter, see it everywhere. Old Tub, not sure if that's everywhere just yet, but it was a wildly available release. Elijah Craig Small Batch, you see everywhere, and Wild Turkey 101, you see everywhere. So all of these are such good bourbons for the price and for the money. You just have to find your flavor profile. All right, so number 3 for me kind of falls flat here. Not a lot going on there with number 3. Man, I might like that less than 1. It's Kerrygold to buy it, $6 a pound. So you guys know that. What was it? I don't remember what live streaming was. Was it on Destination Bourbon and My Bourbon Journey? We were talking about butter, and because I say butter and I talk like a New Yorker, I got this amazing dish. Oh, it was Whiskey Crusaders, I think. I got this amazing this gift that someone got me. It's a butter dish, but instead of saying butter on it, it says Butta. It says butter on it. and I was telling everybody how like my newfound love for Kerrygold butter is friggin' delicious. So yes, Kerrygold is a buy at $6 all day long. All right, so number 3. Man, these 2 are close. 2 I like still more than both of these. Let's go to number 4. Not a lot going on with number 4, actually. And I think I wrote that down. There wasn't a ton going on here. That's right, guys. Every super chat gets you entered into tonight's bottle giveaway, a 1792 12-year bourbon. Kerrygold must be consumed at room temp. Exactly, Melee. And that's why it's in my butter dish. Because that's where it belongs. Okay, 4 is good. There's just nothing like overly like wow about it yet. All right, let's go to number 5. Master Drum, thoughts on Smoke Wagon? Thoughts on Smoke Wagon? I mean, Smoke Wagon. I wouldn't have these bottles if I didn't love what they're doing. They're definitely getting a mention in my whiskey awards this year. I love what Smoke Wagon's doing. Now, whether or not they could keep it up, because they are sourcing from MGP mostly, and I think they're creating wonderful blends. Especially the small batch, especially uncut, unfiltered. If you like that MGP profile, then you'll love Smoke Wagon. If you don't like MGP, if you don't like high spice, high citrus, you probably won't like Smoke Wagon. But I personally love Smoke Wagon. So cheers to Smoke Wagon. I think this back row is like, that's where the hitters are. The front row isn't really doing it for me too much. So let's rank the front row, and then we'll kind of filter the other ones in here. So number 2. Number 2 I really liked. Number 3. Number 3 I liked less than 1. So I think out of all of these, number 3 might be my least favorite. No, actually, number 4 might be. Oh, no, number 5 might be. Oh, no, number 5 is. Number 5 is weird because it's extremely citrusy, and I love the flavor of it, but it's not giving me much of a finish here. Fred Minnick's about to hit some Michters. I think 5 might be my least favorite. So I'm sticking that last out of the first 5 here. I think number 4. Number 4, number 3. I think I like 4 a little bit more than 3. So I'm going to put that there. This will probably go 4th. Actually, no, number 1. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm going to stick that here next to last and put that one there. All right, so that's my lineup for the first 5. Let me take some water, then I'm going to taste through here real quick. Is Beam Single Barrel similar to Knob 9 or Old Tub? Beam Single Barrel. If you're talking about the new one, the new Beam Single Barrel, I hate it. I did not like the new Beam Single Barrel at all. I thought it tasted young. It was astringent. Nope. That wasn't for me. If I'm going to get anything from Beam in a lower price tier, it's going to be Old Grandad Bonded or Old Grandad 114. The single barrel just did not do it for me. Jake Keys is doing his own small blind test between Rare Breed and 1920 now. Let us know what comes out on top. Fred says my wife steals most of that, and she. So Fred just drank with LeBron James's personal artist today. That was pretty cool. Golf Whiskey comes in to file super chat. Cheers from snowy Northern Virginia. Great night for a live stream. Absolutely. Feeling lucky. Whiskey cheers. Yes, JG. Good luck, buddy. Kevin C says, I'm so looking forward to the Mash and Drum and Fred Minnick night. Me too, man. I cannot wait. Me and Fred have been talking for a long time, and it'll be fun to finally collaborate and just talk bourbon and whiskey. And I'm a history buff like he is. The difference is he retains it in his head, where I have to constantly read and study up to to remember everything. But I think we're both nerds at heart, so it'll be a really good, really great stream. Just to, I mean, even just talking whiskey, and we got to figure out what we're going to taste. It's going to be amazing. All right, so I love whatever this is. Number 6 is delicious. God, that's good. I keep going back to it. Damn. Huge fan of that one. Now, number 7 here. So 7, 8, 9 were the darker ones that we came across. I was guessing maybe we have some Cooper's Craft early times and maybe some Old Farts or 1920 in here. Again, if you're judging by color, they seem to have Old Brown-Forman just, I don't know, has darker distillate usually. The Cooper's Craft, for whatever reason, because they like chisel the inside of the barrels to get some more barrel influence on a younger whiskey, might seem like cheating, but, you know, it does work, I think. Jason's doctor, do you have more than 7 drinks a week, Jason? A week? I call that a Wednesday night. That's kind of true. Hey, Dusty Dan is in the house, man. Fred Minnick, I love watching you grow, man. You deserve every bit of success, Jason. That's really nice of you, Fred, to say. That's crazy. We have 605 in the chat. A new Mash and Drum record. Thank you so much, guys. I love what this is, too. Wait, am I drinking? Thrasher, just want a sweet wheat. Might as well try for the 12. Throw me in, Jason. You're in, Thrasher. Man, that is delicious, whatever that is. So 6 and 7 are, I think, ahead of the field here in the first 5. Let's go to this one. Number 8 is ridiculous. I'm telling you, 8 and 6. I mean, 7 is close, but 8 and 6 are so good. Okay, 9 is a lot thinner. And 10 is a hitter too. All right, so that actually helped. Yeah, this one's not really doing it for me too much compared to the rest of these. Yeah, I would actually put this one actually even behind that one. All right, so this one I might mix in here. Yeah, this is kind of right in the same like wheelhouse. Now it comes down to these 4, which I think are my top sips here. These are definite standouts amongst the rest of these. That's an absolute hitter. That's delicious too. All 4 of these are the best of the bunch easily. Well, that one's up there. This one might be my favorite. This one is so good. It's just so rich and thick and flavorful. All right, so out of these four, so I'm going to rank these, but real quick. Bourbon Claws picked up OHLQ JD single number 2 today. I love Jack Daniel's single barrel picks, the barrel strength. I think they're amazing. Again, I still think that Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, even the regular one that's on the shelf, is one of the most, one of the most underrated bottles that's available. I think people avoid it because it's Jack Daniel's. But when you try it for the first time, it's a high proof. Some of them drink hotter than others, but I think they're all amazing. Justin Jenkins says, we've done a 4-year rye flight and 5 barrel strength flight. Then pizza guy brought the wrong pizza. Fuck my life. Sorry, man. That sucks. All right, so I have to just like kind of rank these 4, and then we'll call it a night, and we'll figure out what it is, and then we'll give away our 1792. This one might be my favorite. That might be number 1. This might be number 2. Yep. This is 3rd and this is 4th. That's my lineup. Holy crap, guys. Woo! All right. Let's take some water. Then we're going to find out what my favorite everyday sipper is. Does turkey still reign true, or is it something new? We're going to find out. Here we go. Here's the envelope. Here we go, guys. Let's crack this open. Number 1 easily stood out, and number 2 as well. So let's see here. So this is my last place. Last place for me. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond came in last for me. You know what? Let me get rid of that graphic here. And let me throw this up here. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond came in last for me. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's delicious. I drink it a lot. But compared to the rest of these, it just didn't do it for me. This was 2nd in Fred's blind tasting. Yeah, this bottle's been open for a little bit. So, again, maybe that plays into some... factor in there, but yeah, 651 watching. Holy shit. Cheers, everybody that's watching right now. Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond comes in last. Not to say that it's bad. It's still one of the best values on the shelf. Just against the others, it didn't do it for me tonight. Last place. Indeed, all palates are different. Exactly, Fred. That's what I always say. All right, let's go to the second to last. What do we got here? Second to last was Old Tub. Old Tub comes in second to last for me. That actually kind of makes sense. This was the very peanutty one that I had mentioned. It was very peanut shell. It's okay. Again, you have to like that flavor profile. This was last for Fred in his tasting. So being that it was close to last place, I think we're kind of agreeing on that that sense. All right. Let's go to this is number 3 here. Let's see what we got. E. E is, so E is, okay, let me grab that one. Oh, interesting. Okay, so E is Knob Creek 9-year. So Knob Creek 9-year came in at 3rd to last place. So not too bad. This is one that I was drinking more and more during COVID. I love this stuff. I think it's a great bourbon. For $30 for a 9-year-old bourbon, I mean, the value in this is incredible. But, you know, I really like it. But I agree. As we going down the list here, nutty profile, a little bit peanut buttery profile. This also has a little bit of a nutty profile to me. I do love nutty profiles, but maybe against the others, these just didn't hold up too well. All right, so let's move these over here. All right, so we have the Old Tub, the Early Times. No, I'm sorry, not Early Times. The Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, and the Knob Creek 100. All right, so let's go to number 4th to last place. Is wow, the one that everyone thought was going to maybe make a push here was the Cooper's Craft 100. Cooper's Craft 100 comes in let's see here. God, there's 10. So so 7th place for the Cooper's Craft. I got to tell you though, guys, if none of you have tried the Cooper's Craft 100 proof, it's still, this is my, oh my God, I went through about 3 bottles of this during COVID. I absolutely love it. It's still delicious. I think the 100 proof point, you know, like a lot of us, I like a little bit of a higher proof. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the way here. What's interesting is Elijah Craig, regular Elijah Craig is still in the mix at 94 proof. But Cooper's Craft comes in at, 7th place, which is interesting. All right, let's go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go to. Oh no, that's 4. That was that one. Let's go to this one. This is. So that one is. Let's see here. Okay, so that makes sense. So number 5 is Elijah Craig Small Batch. So Elijah Craig Small Batch just kind of, I don't know. The fact that it beat out Cooper's Craft actually really surprises me. And also Knob Creek. But Elijah Craig to me Elijah Craig kind of holds a special place in my heart because it's one of those bourbons that, it was one of those first bourbons that I loved. I think I picked up the cherry, the apple, all the great nuances of flavor that is in this bourbon. I loved it. So Elijah Craig Small Batch for me gets, what is that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6th place. All right. Here we go. Now we're getting into the good stuff here. Some of the favorites that I pre-selected are still in the mix, guys. Which one was this one? Was that the one? Or was this the one? Sorry, guys. Yep. That was the Elijah Craig. Next up is C. Wow. C becomes Wild Turkey 101. Yes. So the fact that Wild Turkey 101 still beat these out for me does not surprise me. Wild Turkey 101 is still one of my favorite go-to sippers every day. Wow. Let's see. Let's get ready for the good stuff. Just kidding. Counting is hard at this stage. Trust me, reading is the next one that gets hard. Yes, Fred. I'm trying to count and read at the same time after all these bourbons. But Wild Turkey 101 still makes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Top 5. Doesn't surprise me. I love turkey. Now we're getting into, so that was, that was this one. Here we go. Let's go to, which one is this one here? What the hell letter is that? Oh, I got it. That's a J. So J is Early Times, Bottled and Bond, coming in at number, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. Oh, coming in at number 4. Sorry, not Evan Williams. Early Times, Bottled and Bond. Absolutely delicious bourbon. I really, really hope that Sazerac doesn't fucking ruin this bourbon. It's so damn good. I absolutely love it. Come on. Please keep this around and don't fuck with it. Sazerac, please. This is one of the best 100 proofers on the market, along with along with Wild Turkey 101. Even the Cooper's Craft kind of working its way into the mix here. Ben Legara says, let's see, eventually I'll pay for that broken bottle. Are you still talking about the Ardbeg Black that one of my studio lights fell on and broke, buddy? Sending love from Long Island, Angel Ware. Hi, Angel. Thank you so much, Angel. Look, excuse me, geez. Angel Ware from Long Island. Long Island's getting a lot of snow right now. I don't know if you guys on the East Coast, everybody out there is getting a shit ton of snow. But if you are, please stay safe. I know some places are going to be getting like a foot and even more. All right, so we're going, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is ready. So what's left, guys? Rare Breed, 1920, and OGD 114. Come on. Let's see the ranking here. This one. Wait, what does this say? Okay. Letter A is shit. You ready? OGD 114. Comes in third place. I mean, for $20-something, this does not surprise me at all. It's an amazing bourbon for the price. I mean, come on. It's delicious. I love this stuff. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's citrusy. It's got everything that I love, especially in a cheaper bourbon. All right. So we have the top two, Rare Breed in 1920 coming in. Let's see what my top everyday bourbon of 2020 is. I'm going to just look at the top two and see what we got here, guys. Okay. Okay. Fred, me and you. Like this, buddy. Rare Breed comes in second for me. Second place. Let me move these back here. Second place, Rare Breed. Old Forester 1920 takes first place. Oh my God. There it is, guys. So if you go, so I actually wrote down Fred's rankings here. He had Rare Breed in third. Edwin Williams Bottled and Bond came in second for him. It actually came last for me. And then he had the 1920 in first place. I mean, I know a couple of people in the chat said it's basically between Rare Breed and 1920. These two bourbons are more interesting, more available, and more, I guess, more flavorful than a lot of special releases that hit the market. And what can I say? These two bourbons they're special. They're two bourbons that, for me, and it's a good feeling. I don't know about you guys, but it's a good feeling for me when I can walk into a liquor store, see these two, and know that if there's nothing else to buy, I can buy these two and be completely satisfied. 729 in the chat. Holy shit. This is crazy, guys. Yes, I did pick the highest proofs. That's a good point. I like a higher proof. I like more flavor. I'm sorry, having Rare Breed in 1920 against budgets is unfair. I don't consider, I mean, these are budgets. I mean, you have the Evan Williams that are, but again, you have to look at the proof points. You have to look at what's available in the market. You just have to kind of, you have to put together a blind flight that, of stuff that's available. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that's available that, we all like and that are good proof points aren't always the ones that we, that you could put up. It's not like we can just keep, bucketing them into different proof points. I think for the ones that I love to drink daily, this was a really good indicator of, what I truly like. Obviously, I like higher proof. The Cooper's Craft, I think, did a little bit worse than I thought it would. Early Times, I think, came in right where I thought. I figured it would be in the top 5. But, I mean, these are mostly 100 proof bourbons and higher. There's really no, I mean, you could talk price points all day. But when you look at price and age and what's available, these are all pretty equal. 114 proof, 101 proof. Yes, the rare breed comes in at, rare breed's 116 and Old Forester 1920 is 115. But 100 proof, 100 proof, 100 proof, 100 proof, 100 proof, 114 proof, these aren't far off. You're talking about flavor profiles. You're talking about, proof points that might be a little higher on one end, some stuff that's mixed in. But between Rare Breed and Old Forester and what's left here on the shelf that you could actually find, there's no losers here. These are all available bourbons. If you can't find the bullshit from Buffalo Trace, the Eagle Rares, the Buffalo, even regular Buffalo Trace, Colonel Taylor, all those ones that people chase like crazy, who gives a shit? Look what's available on the shelf. All these were delicious in their own right. And I think at some point you have to think like we all win, because this is always available. So is this. Eagle Rare, Elijah Craig Small Batch, always available. Old Grandad 114, I mean, holy shit. Delicious stuff. Wild Turkey 101, still one of my favorite go-to sippers. But it looks like Old Forester 1920 is going to win the day for me tonight. I can't say enough about this bourbon and what they're putting out. And also, again, Rare Breed. You could pretty much buy Rare Breed or Old Forester any day of the week and be a happy camper with what you're getting in the bottle. They're both super flavorful. They're both available. They have good age whiskey in it, good age bourbon. What can I say? Yeah, I think the argument is $60 versus $25. Exactly. But again, this depends on what your wallet is able to take. If you went with Evan Williams, Old Tub, Knob Creek, Cooper's Craft, listen, if I split this up, what else? Wild Turkey and Early Times. These are the only two that are like a higher price. You could essentially buy all of these. These are all about $35 and under. And I would be very happy with all of these regardless. Okay, yeah, I got to spend a little bit more to get these, if I want something really good. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 bottles here that are absolutely delicious and available. So, what can I say? This kind of solidifies the idea for me, that there are plenty of delicious bourbons that are available on the shelf. And there are plenty of delicious bourbons that are available, especially Rare Breed or Old Forester 1920, that you could find that are on the shelf that will actually take out a lot of higher priced, higher regarded, or more hunted bourbons, that you see on the shelf. So, or that you see that are allocated, I should say. So for me, these two are absolute hitters. This was really cool. So OGD 114 wins. I mean, if you're thinking about like a certain price point or the flavor profile, then yeah, the OGD 114 would win for me. Absolutely. But Rare Breed and 1920, which became 1 and 2, the same thing for Fred Minnick. Well, Fred actually had Evan Williams Bottle and Bonnet number 2, but had Rare Breed at number 3. Those 3 bourbons, I mean, if you line these 3 up, they're pretty amazing. But what can I say? This is a great blind tasting to do on your own. If you guys are home and you're looking to do some blinding to figure out what your everyday favorite bourbon is, definitely do this at home. Pick up some cheap bourbons that are available on the shelf. Do a blind tasting. And leave a comment down below from this video and let me know what your favorite ends up being. Is it Old Forester? Is it Rare Breed? Is it one of these others? Because I think for everyone's different palate, any of these could take the day depending on your palate. For me, I like higher proof. Some people don't like higher proof. This was awesome. Love it. So these two right here. Wild Turkey 101 still did very well, I will say. I'm going to put these down here. All right. I'm going to keep the top two right here. I'm going to keep them here, right here. I'm going to just keep sipping them back and forth. What's a Rare Breed Old Forester 1920 blend like? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up in the chat here, guys. Let me go back here if I missed anything. Kenneth Rathburn, ETBB never existed by me. Y'all will know my pain. I've heard that a lot. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond not being available everywhere. Rare Breed is $43 where I'm in Kentucky. Old Forester is $56. That's actually still pretty cheap for an Old Forester 1920. I'd be happy to pay that for 1920, especially when it's available and on the shelf. I would not turn any of these bourbons down. Absolutely. All right, final comparison. Rare Breed versus Wild Turkey's Master's Keep 17-year bottle and bond. I don't think that'd be fair. Come on. Spoke with Mr. Bishop at Fred's Repeal about 1920. Good talk. I totally agree with Jason. I just got 1920. 43 bucks. What? I'd buy it all day for 43 bucks. I'll drink all of them, even the jock strap squeeze Old Top. There are no losers on this list. All are solid bourbons. Absolutely. I agree. Surprised to see 101 so high. Such an underrated bourbon. It really is. I mean, 101 still to this day is underrated. Master and Drum, you are correct that most limited editions don't touch 1920 and Rare Breed. Absolutely. Look at the what was the one that Heaven Hill put out? The 13-year single barrel that's $300. Now it's delicious. But I mean, I got a small sample of it and it was pretty damn good. But it wasn't anything that I felt was like miles ahead of even some of the stuff that you could find on the shelf. Hey, Sipper, Social Club's in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Thanks for coming in. Top 5 are all great pours. Absolutely. The whole top 10 are great pours. Busted 6 bills. Congrats. 1920 rocks. 1920 is delicious. Everyone kind of getting in on 1920. Hey, the Whiskey Dick is here. What's up, Whiskey Dick? Here in Cali, 1920 runs between $50 and $65. For Cali, that's still cheap because Cali prices are fucking nuts. Come on, guys. Get me to 400 likes. That'd be great. Early Times Bottle Mod is a sneaky hitter. It is. It just kind of lingers around. Every time I put Early Times Bottle and Bond in a blind tasting, it always does well. What doesn't do well is Four Roses. I love Four Roses Small Batch Select and Single Barrel, but they never do well in blind tastings, and I don't know why. Uncle Buck. The top 9 are fantastic. 10th is a pass. I've heard a lot of people really don't like Evan Williams Bottle and Bond at all, which is interesting. I know ADHD Whiskey is not a fan of it at all, which is, I mean, when it came in last for me. Ooh, Rare Breed 1920 blend. If you're in the chat, you got those 2 bottles, do it. Do it. It's really good. I'm telling you. Combining the orange and vanilla cream spice with the banana and like cherry and chocolate note of the 1920, I actually go really well together. Oh, hell yeah. That's good. All right, guys. 418 likes. Boom. Four Roses Single Barrel is one of my faves. Evan Williams, I see some down thumbs from Deborah C. I need to restock on the 1920. Master Drum, add another drawing to tonight's giveaway. I'll gather up most of the bottles from tonight's blind and get it to the winner. Okay, Dramhound. I could do with that. So, all right. So Dramhound's going to do a second drawing from most of the bottles here tonight. So Trev, let's if you guys do any last minute super chats that you guys want to get into for this bottle right here, the 1792 12-year bourbon, which is kind of a unicorn from 1792. Yes, they released it, I think for the first time last year, but you don't see it often. I'm giving away a bottle list tonight. I'll give you guys 2 more minutes. Any more super chats that you want to get into the drawing for this, go now. Trev, get ready. I know he's been keeping track of the names. Would Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye work for a blend? Absolutely. The thing that Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye is missing, I think, is for a rye whiskey, is the what do you call it? Kind of like the oak and the depth and the if you guys ever tried like Pikesville, when it has that really like deep, rich caramel and a little bit of like the oaky notes in the Pikesville, that's the one thing I think Rare Breed Rye misses a little bit. Rare Breed Rye on the surface I think is delicious, but try a blend of Pikesville and Rare Breed Rye. I think it'll work kind of well. With Wild Turkey Rare Breed, oh, I just read that. Okay, add another drawing. 427 likes. Shit. Love your videos and appreciate your honest opinion. Thank you, David. I'm in Too Sweet to Pass Up, says Tom Lynch. Mike M. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. Emily Chambers. He's talking about Johnny Walker Red. Oh, I dig me some 1792. Yes. Something missing from this flight, 1792 Bottle and Bond. You know what? That's a good call out, but 1792 Bottle and Bond is not readily available enough. For me, 1792 Bottle and Bond. So when I got this today, they had the Bottle and Bond edition of this, and it came off as a special release. Now, if the Bottle and Bond was more available for 1792, I completely agree with you. It should have been in the mix, but it's just not available enough. Lewis Hill, $5. John Diggins said, love me some Pikesville. Russell's is missing too. Well, I don't know. Russell's for me, I wanted to put Russell's in there, but I felt like the price was getting a little bit too high for the Russell's. Well, I don't know. Maybe Russell should have been in it. But I mean, I felt like I had 2 turkey products already in there, and I wanted to have like a good price range, between the Wild Turkey 101 and the Rare Breed, and the Russell's Reserve is kind of the premium edition of that. Russell's Reserve Single Barrel to me is still my favorite available like premium bourbon besides the 1920. But I don't know. That's something that I could probably like throw in there in a later date to see how Russell Reserve would do in this blind flight. Yeah, the bottle bond isn't available at all. I agree, Jason. Totally. Great flight. Happy holidays, says Mike Latino. You're in it to win it. Did my $5 show up? Says S762X39. I don't know. Did I see your $5? Let's see. Lewis Hill. I don't know if it came through, buddy. Oh, I saw a message from Matt from ADHD Whiskey. What did he say there? I kind of missed that one. Okay. Stanley Wags. Sorry, guys. I'm just catching up here. Pikesville falls off chair in love with the Master Drum, says Bill, the whiskey dick. I was drinking 1920 while watching, says Bernardino Vite. 441 likes. Holy shit. Let's see here. You think 1920 will ever be like Weller and Allocated? Better not. I hope not. But for one thing that we've learned from Old Forester and Brown-Forman overall, when they release something, when they, aside from Birthday Bourbon and, the 150th releases, like when they release something, it's pretty well distributed, I got to say. The 1910, I think, was an aberration in the beginning. 1910, when it first was released, Old Forester did not realize how popular it would be. So they didn't, and they admitted this, that they didn't presume the numbers correctly. They didn't think it was going to sell as fast as it did. And then when it did, they were scrambling because they were trying to make more of it. I think 1910 is a little bit more readily available as we go, as we see it, as the year has gone by. But I mean, 1910, 1920, even the bottled and bond that's on the shelf usually from the entire Whiskey Row series are all beautiful bourbons in their own right. Donner Pass Whiskey's in the house. What's up, buddy? Old Forester 1920 blended with rare breed, old breed. It's quite good. Right, Trev? It's really good. I'm telling you. Mike Latino, Grateful. Oh, I think I saw that one already. $65 is my budget tops. Well, I mean, you could go through any of these bourbons mostly. I mean, the rare breed is about $45. So if that's your budget, then you can get some good bourbons in that, right? They said it takes 9 to 10 months in the second cast, so thankfully it wasn't that long to catch up. Exactly. I'm in. Thanks again, Jason. Jack Ryan. Okay, so let's stop it here. Jack Ryan is the last one in the chat. Let's close it there. Trev, let me know what the numbers are between 1 and whatever they are to give away the 1792, and then we're going to do a second giveaway. From Dramhound, who says he's going to put together a little bit of a pack of some of the bourbons that were available in this lineup tonight. So thank you so much, Dramhound. That's amazing of you. I'm a huge fan of this 1920 blend. James SoCal, Jason C, the man with 75 daily drinkers. That's right. That's how I roll, man. Old breed. Some of us resemble that remark. Good luck to everyone who's up for the 1792 12 year. Tis the season of giving, guys. This will be a lot of fun. While Trev is working out the numbers real quick, again, I will show you real quick that this is coming up the first week of January. Mash and Minnick back-to-back nights. Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, 8 p.m. on Fred's channel. And then right here, Wednesday, January 6th, 9 p.m. on the Mash and Drum. So mark your calendars. It's going to be a really fun couple nights. That we're going to be talking bourbon, answering questions, going through some history. I will tell you that we have been talking about possibly doing some talking about some like on the fringe bourbon brands, like bourbon brands that don't get talked about a lot. And Fred wants to really go through the history of those and talk about them and talk about some brands that like the ones that we went through tonight. There are some brands in there that were excluded. So we want to talk about those and see how that conversation goes. And we might have some other stuff, some other surprises in store. So definitely tune in for that. All right. Show us you falling again. Okay. One more time. Here it comes, guys. Falling one more time. I fell. Yes. Got it. All right. Yeah, wait 15 to 20 minutes and we'll say it live. That's right, Dramhound. Never gets old. Trev, yes, let's please don't talk about Buffalo Trace for a bit. They get enough spotlight. Exactly. All right, Trev, what do we got? What do we got as far as numbers here? 1 to 131. Perfect. All right, here we go. Let's do this here. Let me turn on the sound so you guys can hear it. Pick a number between 1 and 131. Here it comes. What do we got?
Here's a random number, 71.
71 for the 1792 12-year bourbon. Trev Wilson, who do we got? 71. The measure of your intoxication wasn't the fall, but that you had felt. You fell. Exactly. I have to let you know that I fell. If you guys didn't see it right away. If you see me feeding, I can't get up. I freaking love you, Sugar Kitty. Amazing. 71 goes to Justin Jenkins. Justin Jenkins, congratulations. You just won yourself a 1792 12-year bourbon. Justin Jenkins. And I'm happy for Justin because he's in the chat pretty much every week. Justin, shoot me an email at themashanddrum. themashanddrum@gmail.com. And we'll set up, give me, just email me, we get your address, and I will get this bottle out to you as soon as I can. All right, Justin Jenkins, he is the winner of the 1792. Congrats, Justin. Everyone, give him a big round of applause. All right. Congrats, Justin. Good job, buddy. I hate you, Justin Jenkins, says Robotic. A lot of people are jealous of Justin Jenkins right now. Nice win, buddy. So, again, 96.6 proof, 1792, 12 years old. Right for you, baby. Right here. Here it is. All right. Next up, Dramhound is going to be putting together a little bit of a pack for someone. So let's do the same thing. We're going to get another number. Here we go. Pick a number between 1 and 171. What do we got?
32.
32 is the winner. 32. Trev Wilson, who do we got for 32? That Dramhound is going to be sending some bottles to. What do we got? Keith Schmidt. I always lose. I always lose too, dude. I haven't won a bourbon lottery in 6 years. Nothing. Niente. Nada. Shita. Sounds like it wasn't better than the $30 Eagle. Now I don't know. I'm not sure what we're talking about, dude. Any particular reason to have a phone with a Brit accent? Sugar Kitty, yes. That's actually not British. It's Australian. I like my ladies to talk to me in Australian. What can I say? Just being honest. Tony. Wait, Tony. Trev Wilson. 32 goes to Tony Armstrong. Congratulations, Tony. Tony Armstrong gets the second win. We're going to connect with Dramhound for that one. Thank you so much, Dramhound. You're a freaking man. Thank you so much for offering some prizes for Tony. Tony Armstrong, email me at themashanddrum@gmail.com. And Dramhound, connect with me as well. We'll talk about what you're going to send to Tony. We'll get his contact info, and we'll go from there. DH Sil says, I got an email from OHLQ today. Nearly jumped for joy. Marketing. Sorry, DH Sil. The range was wrong, but the number was within the correct range. So just as a random. Okay. I lived in Fiji with enough OZ girls. Believe me, the novelty wears off real quick. Sorry, man. Bullet Rye is my go-to rye. Cheap and delicious, says Jane Rhodes. All right. What can I say, guys? This was an amazing live stream tonight. We broke some records, hit 35,000 subs. This was an amazing night. I think next week we're going to be doing a collaborative live stream with ADHD Whiskey, Destination Bourbon, Scott from My Bourbon Journey, just a laid-back live stream, having some fun. Again, the first weekend in January, tune in to Mash and Minnick, which is going to be happening. Like I said, we're going to be talking some history, talking some great bourbons, some on-the-bubble fringe bourbons that maybe not a lot of people talk about, and maybe some more stuff in store. We'll see how it goes. But what can I say? Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate everyone for hanging out. Almost 700 in the chat is a huge number for me personally. Want to thank you for all the support. I have some more content coming out tonight. Not tonight, I'm sorry, this week. I might be filming it tonight if I'm sober enough. We'll see how that goes. But thanks again so much. 1920 and Rare Breed for the world. Again, just delicious bourbons for a great price that are available. This was a lot of fun. If you are a Patreon, tune in to the Discord tonight on the live chat. I will be on there in a few minutes. Hoping to see you there. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. So blend some 1920 and Rare Breed. It's really good shit. The old breed, as it's been called by Trev Wilson. Cheers, guys. And I'll see you next week on the Mash and Drum. And if I don't see you, Merry Christmas. Take care, everybody.